You're listening to The Jerry Rivers Show.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Today we have another tape report from Jerry in Westfield, New Jersey, where the Alex Canby story just heated up in a big way. Here's Jerry to explain.
Amanda, after all that weirdness yesterday, which you have aired by now, I decided I had to act fast to uncover whatever I could about what's going on at the Canby estate, before his lawyers start serving notices. So, I stayed in Westfield and went back to the grounds around his estate. I went right to the sunroom I mentioned last time, which, on second thought, is more like an entire wing of the house. The curtains were still drawn. I guess Alex doesn't like too much sun in his sunroom. But I noticed something new. There was a metal pipe coming out of the side wall that wasn't there before. I crept up and could see that the dirt was still fresh where they dug the trench to lay the outside extension. Somebody was in a rush to lay some kind of conduit in the ground overnight. It was easy to follow the trail. Overturned dirt and hastily sodded over led straight into the woods that surrounded the house. I walked for probably 15 minutes into the woods, following the newly covered conduit, and I came upon a spot where the ground was wet. And the weird thing is, the muck had this distinct blue color to it. Looks like they might have had a leak of whatever they're sending through that pipe. A few minutes later, I could see a clearing up ahead and a sign looking real official saying, State of New Jersey, DEP. This is the site of an ongoing geological survey. Do not trespass under penalty of law. But I'm not really a follow the rules kind of guy, so I kept on walking and I found a pond in the clearing. The conduit led straight into the pond, and I could see globs of muck dripping out of the end and into the water. They were the same blue color I had seen in the woods. Now, you all know how I feel about people fouling up the environment. These rich jackasses are buying their way out of their obligation to reduce pollution on the so-called carbon markets. While I stood and pondered what kind of environmental hazard this creep was hiding in his private pond and how I was gonna insert this pipeline of his where the sun don't shine, I noticed a sound coming from the water. It was a weird sound, like a rubbery kind of wobble. Seconds later, I heard it again. It was coming from the pond water. I watched, and the next time I heard it, I could see the surface of the water stiffen up like a gel, just for a second. And then it sort of wobbled again and went back to normal pond water. The next time it happened, I noticed that the gel was actually rising up about an inch and then going back down each time. That's when I noticed something in the dried up old dead reeds on the other side of the pond. It was a pillar, like the ones I saw in Canby's sunroom. These were shorter though, maybe 3 feet high. I scanned the edge of the pond and noticed another. I started walking around the pond to check this out when I saw one just a few feet away. There were 4 forming a rectangle around the pond. Then I heard voices behind me.
Excuse me. This is a restricted area. No trespassing. What's your business here?
I think you're the one with the explaining to do. What the hell are you jumping into this pond?
This is sanctioned by New Jersey DEP. Leave now or we'll call the police.
Sanctioned? Yeah, I don't think so. This is a few shades too crazy for even the Jersey DEP. There were 4 of them, and 1 of me. But I figure if I could defeat the Sultans of Slapdown in the ring twice in '84, I could handle these guys.
We have an intruder at the pond area. Get around him on that side. We might have to do this the hard way.
You're jumping whatever this blue crap is right into the water table. Kids are drinking this stuff. You'll have to forgive me for losing my temper here a little bit, but this really ticked me off. I pulled that pipe right out of the ground and aimed the business end in their direction. Let's see how much you like it. The bent pipe must have caused increased pressure because, man, that blue garbage spewed right out at them.
Don't let it get on you.
I don't think I hit any of them, but they were worried enough to take off down the path.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I thought. But you're okay with putting this crap in the water? Disgusting. What is this stuff? It took a little doing, but I bent that pipe up good enough to stop the flow completely. I washed the muck off my hands in the pond water and got the hell out of there.
Okay, Jerry, now this all happened to you yesterday. First, let me ask you, are you okay?
It takes more than a little blue muck to bother me, Amanda. I washed up and everything's fine now. But we're going to the DEP to find out if this really was a state survey site or if Canby's got something shady going down on his property.
I think it was pretty brave to decide to air this segment. Do you expect Canby's lawyers to respond?
Yeah, we'll hear from them. I've been through this before, Amanda. Bottom line is, if this goes to court, then we get to hold their feet to the fire and find out what's going on in that pond. And if it doesn't, we'll find out anyway.
Are you getting the sense that there's a sort of symmetry between what you're seeing at Canby's estate and what I experienced on location for Vital Impulse?
That's your area of expertise, Amanda. But I gotta admit, I can't explain it.
What do you think was in that pipe?
I don't know. Hopefully, whatever it is, it's backing up all the way into Canby's house right now.
Jerry Rivers, thanks. Tune in for more tomorrow on The Jerry Rivers Show.
Thanks for listening to Under Dead Water, Episode 7. Our cast this week was Amanda Goodman, Matthew Burd, and Chris Burke. Music is by Glomag. Join us each Thursday night on Twitch for a chat with the cast, horror trivia games, and micro-performances. Go to twitch.tv/WondervilleNYC or listen to it on our Discord. Check the show notes for details. You can become a patron of Mandible Judy and get access to our Motherlode editions, special extended episodes, and bonus music tracks at patreon.com/MandibleJudy. And it's a great way to help us continue to expand the universe of Mandible Judy. You can also buy some of this content at mandiblejudy.bandcamp.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and the show is available on all major streaming services. See you next week.